Hello everyone, welcome to the Onfinity's Field.ai training. The agenda of this video is to learn about the widgets that are available for Field.ai module. In this video, we will cover and understand about home screen widgets for Field.ai. Then we will cover field service widgets, plant maintenance widgets, and at the end, we will cover equipment master widgets. Now let's move to the Onfinity system for widgets training. This is the landing page or home screen of Onfinity system. This screen contains widgets, KPI charts, and shortcut links. First, we will learn how to add or remove widget on the home screen. To do this, click on this edit icon available in the top right corner. Here you can see all the available widgets for which user have access to. To add any widget, you can simply use the drag and drop functionality. All you need to do is drag the widget from the Mosaic library and drop it to the home screen. Widget is added to the home screen. So, if I want to add this particular chart to the home screen, drag and drop. Widget is added to the home screen. To delete any widget from the home screen, all you need to do is click on this delete icon available at the top right corner of every widget. Click on this icon to delete the widget. This is how we can simply add or remove any widget from the Mosaic library to the home screen. Now we will discuss about each widget available on the home screen. First widget is important links for field service management. This particular widget provides shortcut to all the important screen that are used for field service management. So, suppose if I want to go to schedule and dispatching form, user need to click on this icon. If I want to visit field service request, I can simply click on this icon, and I will be redirected to the field service request screen. The second widget provides important links for plant maintenance. So, suppose if I want to visit service request, all I need to click on the service request, and I will be redirected to service request screen. This widget provides basically the shortcut to all the necessary screens that are used for plant maintenance. So first two widgets provide shortcut to frequently used screens for both field service request and plant maintenance. The next widget is who is available today. This widget provides the detail about the resource availability in an easy way. You can get an idea which resource is available for how much time just by viewing this widget. When you hover your mouse pointer to any resource, the system tells us about the availability hours. So here check the availability hours as 20 hours. There are total 3 different color rings available in this widget that change accordingly with the availability of the resource pink color for those resources who is scheduled fully for the day. Suppose I hover my mouse pointer to Alfie, and it shows availability as zeros. Then there is orange color for those who has less than 4 hours of availability, and the remaining are scheduled. So if I hover my mouse pointer to Oliver, it shows availability as just 2 hours, and then there is a green color for those resources that are available for more than 4 hours. If I hover my mouse pointer to William, it shows the availability as 7 hours. The color rings in this widget changes in 2 ways. First is based on the availability hours or availability time of the resource that we define under the resource type screen. And the second is when any resource is available for 8 hours, and we schedule that particular resource for all the 8 hours, then this ring becomes pink. So, here Alfie is available for 8 hours at the back end, but we have scheduled task to Alfie for all the 8 hours. Then here Alfie's ring becomes pink. You can also filter out the resources based on the resource type filter available in this widget. Suppose let me change it to technician. Then this widget will provide details about the resources that are under technician resource type. You can also switch between pages by using these arrows. You can define the availability hours or available hours of the resources under the resource type screen that is covered in a different video. You can refer to that. The next widget is task status. This widget provides task count for scheduled task, assigned task, and open task. By this widget, user can get the real-time data on task and can do the task management in an effective and efficient manner. The next is DMS shortcut. When you click on this icon, you will be redirected to DMS Web. The next widget used to connect web to mobile. This is a shortcut for mobile linking screen used to linking the mobile application with the web. The next 2 widgets are key performance indicators designed in an attractive way. The first one is in speedometer shape that tells us the total task completed in this month so far. and the other one has a scale design that tells us about the total task completed in the last 7 days. You can also find the number at the top right corner of these widgets. The next widget is Notification Widget. This widget is divided into 4 parts, or we can say sections. First is Workflow, second is Notice, third is Request, fourth is Follow-up. In Workflow section, you will see all the active workflow that are assigned to you. You can select any and form the necessary action. The next section is Notice section. In this section, you can find all the system notifications that are important to you, so better to keep an eye on this section to stay updated. The next section is Request section. This section shows all the pending requests that are assigned to you. So, from here, user can see the pending request and can do the necessary action. The last section is Follow-up section. This section tracks items that require your follow-up, a quick way to manage ongoing conversations or issues. So, to receive the follow-up in the Follow-up section, user need to subscribe a document. So, for this, let's go to the Field Service Request screen. Select any record. Go to the Right Action panel. Click on Subscribe Record. Click on Subscribe Selected Records. So, whenever any update or any message is updated with this field service request, you will receive the follow-up message. Let me just add a chat in this, so let me mark it as FSR status is open. Let's go back to the widget and see the change, refresh it. So here you receive this follow-up, that FSR status is open. So this is how you can receive the follow-up in the follow-up section. The next widget is Work Schedule widget. Here you can see the details of the work schedule created, and we have a functionality to create a maintenance work order directly from this widget by clicking on this Create Work Order button. Also, you get the count at the top right corner of this widget, at the filter section, like currently this is in week view, and you got a count of 3, that is, we have 3 records of work schedule for this week. Let me change it to month view. This count has changed that we have 4 records. You can switch between different pages by using these arrows. And the third is Missed Work Orders. Here you can see the details of the missed work orders. In Missed Work Order, all those schedules are present that have passed the date for creating the work order. Suppose here is the date of creating work order is July 2nd. This date is passed, so these schedules came into the Missed Work Order. It provides a quick access to create a maintenance work order directly from the home screen. The next widget is Resource Schedule widget. This widget gives the percentage of resources scheduled for the day. You can see the scheduled data by date using the arrows. You can go to any back date. You can go to the any future date to see the data. Also, you got the average schedule percentage for whole month, and at the bottom, the data in this widget automatically updated. When a resource is scheduled for the task, suppose we have 10 resources in the organization, and total working hours is 8 hours a day. So total working hours for all the resources is 80 hours for a day. This 18% shows that the 18% of 80 hours are scheduled for today. This particular widget provides the valuable insight of the scheduled resource. The next widget in the list is Monthwise Revenue. It is a type of a chart. The Monthwise Revenue chart, in which we have months data on the x-axis and revenue in INR on the y-axis. The data in this chart is automatically updated once an invoice is created against any customer for a field service request created in the system. This chart provided valuable insights into the revenue on monthly basis that helps track income trends, compare monthly performance, and make informed decisions for budgeting, planning, and growth. The next widget in the list is Customer-Wise Revenue Chart. This is a type of a chart widget in which we have revenue on the x-axis and customer names on the y-axis. In this chart, you can get the details about the revenue amount generated from the customer. So here you can see we have generated almost 21,000 from Asian Alloys, 800 from Stanley. So this widget basically displays revenue generated from each customer that helps you quickly analyze the top contributors and track the performance by client. The next widget is Resource Utilization, Man-Hours Chart. This chart helps in comparing schedule work hours to the actual work hour completed per employee, identifying underused and overburdened resources. On the x-axis, we will find the name of the resource, and on the y-axis, we will find the number of hours. The red line represents schedule hours for each resource, and the green line represent actual work by resource. So, if we take an example of Alfie, he was scheduled for over 100 hours, but only completed 16. This large gap may indicate overallocation, delays, and underutilization. If we see John D., Oliver, and William, these have smaller gap between scheduled and actual hours, which typically suggest better planning and execution. On the other hand, if we see Henry booked more hours than scheduled hours, this could indicate last-minute assignment or poor estimation. So, we can use this widget to monitor team performance, balance workloads, and optimize manpower usage for battery efficiency. The last widget on the home screen is Customer-Wise Pending Request Chart, in which we have count of the field service on the x-axis and name of the customer on the x-axis. This chart widget provides a clear view of how many field service requests are pending for each customer. Each horizontal bar represents a customer. The length of the bar and the number at the end shows the total pending request. For example, Vincent Stan has 19 pending requests, followed by Amber Enterprise India Limited, which has 18 pending requests. This chart helps you prioritize follow-ups, manage the workload efficiently, and identify customers that require immediate attention. Regularly monitor this widget to remain informed and act quickly on customer requests. So, if you want to edit any widget or widget chart, basically we can make edits in the charts. You just have to click on these three icons and then click on the edit button. This will take you to the dashboard chart screen where you can do configuration as per your requirement. All this configuration is covered into a different video, so you can refer that. We have covered all the widgets that are available on the home screen for Onfinity's field.ai. Now we will cover some other widgets that are available on a particular screen. So, we have widgets on service request, maintenance work order, field service request, and on the equipment master screen. So, let's go to now first, let's see the widgets available for service request screen. Click on the service request button. Now click on this icon to switch to dashboard view. Here you can find 4 widgets available for service request. The first is a shortcut widget to access the important functions quickly, like to create a new record, review all the service requests, and to redirect to maintenance work order screen. The next widget is Service Request Status widget that provides a visual summary of all the service requests raised during a selected time period. This widget helps track the lifecycle of each service request from creation to completion, that allowing users to monitor overall service performance and the bottlenecks. The donut chart repeats the request into 5 color-coded segments. Blue color shows the total number of service requests raised. Purple color indicates requests that have been drafted. Green color shows requests that have work order status as completed. Yellow color shows requests that have work order status as completed. Red color shows that requests that are pending, that is, no work order is created with them. By glancing at this widget, you can quickly get an idea about how many requests are stuck, which one needs attention, and how efficiently your team is resolving issues. You can also filter out this data on this widget by using these filters. Currently, it is in monthly view. You can change it to weekly, and you can change it to today view. You can use these filters to get trends over time and can improve planning. Next widget is Downtime Hours widget, a radar chart that breaks down the total equipment downtime into meaningful categories. The chart is divided into 3 sections: cumulative, breakdown, and planned. The purple shows the total downtime hours. Yellow shows the planned downtime for maintenance or upgrades. Green shows breakdown or unplanned downtime due to machine failure. You can also change the view from available filter. You can change it to weekly. You can change it to today. And this widget helps you analyze machine availability and the reason behind operational pauses, which is crucial for maintenance, planning, and efficiency. The next widget is Advanced Search widget, which is available on Service Request screen, which help you to quickly filter and access service request records based on the specific criteria. This widget provides predefined filters to instantly view requests that are completed and draft are recently raised. Here in this widget, you can see we have 4 predefined filters. When you click on any, the system will redirect you to this page where you can see all the service requests whose document status is completed. On the left-hand side, you can see filter is automatically applied by the system. So if a user wants to create a new advanced filter as per the requirement, you can create the new one. And if you want to delete the predefined filter, you can delete the one by clicking on this button. Here you see all the 4 predefined filters. You just have to click on the delete button to delete the predefined filter. Now let's move to Field Service Request screen and see the available widgets there. Click on this Field Service button. Click on this icon to switch to Dashboard View. Here you can see all the available widgets for field service requests that are added in this. You can add and remove any widget from the screen by clicking on the Setup button at the same way as we used to add widgets on the Home Screen button. First widget on Field Service Request is this shortcut widget to access important functions quickly. If I want to create a new record, I can simply just click on this button. If I want to view the records, I can simply click on this button. And if I want to go to Task Management or to Scheduling and Dispatching Form, I can simply go by clicking on this button. And if I want to visit Price Assessment Form, then I can simply click on it. Let me show you an example. If I go to Price Assessment Form, you will be redirected to Price Assessment Form. View Request. So in this way we can view the request. So, the next widget on the Field Service Request screen is Field Service Inside. This is a dynamic widget. That is, when you hover your mouse pointer onto this, it will pause on the spot as it is a continuous motion widget. It gives you a quick and comprehensive overview of your field service operations. It helps you monitor key metrics in real time to ensure efficient planning and execution. Let's see what we can track by using this widget. By this widget, you can track how many requests are generated yesterday, how many requests are completed yesterday, how many man-hours are scheduled for today, how many resources are traveling at the moment, how many resources are on the customer site, how many resources are available for today, what is the last pending request date, how many requests are pending with high priority, how many with critical priority, with medium priority, and with low priority. So, all these details you can find in this insight. Now, the next widget on the field service is Field Service Status. This widget displays a donut chart that visually represents the current progress of the service request across various stages. Each color segment indicates the number of requests in the following status, like how many with quotation generated, how many with open and completed, and with invoice generated. You can also change the color of this widget by clicking on this refresh button. Every time it gives you a new color. So, this widget provides a quick visual overview of field service request status, helping you monitor progress at each stage and make faster, more informed decisions in the field service operations. And if you want to edit this widget, you can click on this edit button. It will redirect to your dashboard chart screen. From here, you can edit this widget as per your requirement. The next widgets are average task time and average travel time. This bar chart type widget displays a monthly bar chart, comparing the estimated versus actual average time taken to complete tasks. It provides insight into how effectively tasks are being completed relative to the initial planning. It helps in identify delays, performance gaps, and opportunities for improvement in task execution, and this widget. System will provide data of the current month and for the previous month. Orange color represent estimated hours, and green color represent actual hours. The next is average travel time. This widget presents a monthly average travel time chart showing both estimated versus actual taken by resource to reach service locations. It helps monitor travel efficiency, identify route-related delays, and improve field planning and source allocation. Here also, orange represent the estimated travel time, and green represent actual travel time. The next widget is Advanced Search Widget, and in the Onfinity system, we have a functionality to search between documents or records with advanced filters. So, for this, we have provided Advanced Filter Widget on the dashboard screen. Here you can find predefined filters in the list. Currently, we can filter data on data for completed request, requests that are pending for invoice, the request raised in last 30 days, and request raised in last 60 days. Also, you got the count at the end of each filter for the number of requests that with each filter. The next widget is Priority-Wise Pending Request Chart, in which we have priority on the x-axis and count of field service on the y-axis. So, we have 4 types of priority in our system that is displayed on the horizontal line. First is high, second is critical, third is medium, and fourth is low. It gives you count that how many field service requests are pending with each priority. So here we can see there are 44 field service requests that are pending with high priority, 34 with critical, 19 with medium, and 7 with low. It helps you to keep the track of all the field service requests so that user can address them properly and so manage workload efficiently and avoid service delays. Also, sometimes you have to refresh every widget by clicking on this three-dot icon and then click on the refresh button to refresh the widget. Rest of the widgets on the field service request we have already covered in the home screen widget section, so you can refer to that. So, we have covered all the widgets available on the field service request screen. Now let's move to the maintenance work order screen to see the available widgets there. Click on the maintenance work order. Click on this icon to switch to dashboard view. Here you can see all the widgets available for maintenance work order. Widget on the maintenance work order is the shortcut widget. This widget provides access to the important function in a single click. Suppose if you want to create a new record, you can simply click on this new record button. If you want to view the records, you can simply click on the view record button. And if you want to redirect to scheduling and dispatching form, then in one click you can visit to scheduling and dispatching form. If I want to click on a new record, you can click on the new record button. This widget on the maintenance work order is the work order inside. This is a dynamic widget. That is, when you hover your mouse pointer on this widget, it will pause on the spot as it is a continuous motion widget. It gives you a quick and comprehensive overview of your maintenance operation. It helps you monitor key metrics in real time to ensure effective planning and execution. So now let's see what you can track using this widget. So you can track about how many work orders are generated yesterday, or how many work orders are completed yesterday. How many man-hours are scheduled for today? What is the date for last pending work order? How many work orders are generated with service request on yesterday? How many work orders are created with work schedule on yesterday? How much time is recorded for downtime of the machine? How much time is recorded for breakdown of the machine on yesterday? How many requests are pending with high priority, medium priority, critical priority, and low priority? The next widget is Service Request Details widget. It is a type of radar chart that shows the count of service requests raised in the system. Out of them, how many are converted and how much are completed. So, in this widget, pink color shows how many requests are raised in the system. Blue shows converted one and green shows completed one. You can also change the view for this donut by clicking on the available filter at the top right corner. You can change it to today. You can change it to weekly, and by default it is set to monthly view. The next widget is Planned Work Schedule widget. This is a type of radar pie chart again that shows the count of work schedule plan in the system, and out of them how many schedules are converted and how many are completed. In this widget, the green section shows all the planned schedule, and this orange color represent the converted one, and this blue represent the completed one. So again, you can change the view by clicking on the filter button available at the top right corner. You can change it to day view, you can change it to weekly view, and by default it is set to monthly view. Next widget is Advanced Search widget for maintenance work order. So, in our Onfinity system, we have a functionality to search documents or records with advanced filter. Therefore, we have provided Advanced Filter widget on the dashboard screen. Here you can find predefined advanced filter in the list. Currently, we can filter data for all the completed work orders, all the pending work orders, all the scheduled work orders whose status is work in progress, work order is completed for today, work order related to the service request, and work order started in the last 30 days. So, let me give you an example. If I want to filter data on the basis of all completed work order, let me click on this, and it will redirect to this screen that shows all the completed work order. You can see here, work order status are completed for every record, and if you want to delete any advanced filter, you can delete from here. Click on this button. Here you can see all the available predefined advanced filter. You can click on this delete button to delete any of advanced filter. Let's go back to the dashboard screen. Click on the maintenance work order again, so just the dashboard view. And if I want to go to all pending work orders, then I will click on this. Then system will show all the work orders whose status is pending and pending status. We have open, assign, hold, work in progress, or incomplete status. Let's go back. This work order status widget displays the current status distribution of all the active work orders in a donut chart. It categorizes work orders into different stages like work order that are hold, work order that are assigned that are in work in progress, and that are completed and open. Here, red color shows open, purple is completed, green is for work in progress, gray is for assigned, and blue is for good. You can also change the color of this donut chart every time when you refresh this widget. So, if you want to make changes in this widget, you can simply click on 3 icons, then click on this edit button. You will land in dashboard chart screen. Here you can do the configuration. This part is covered in different videos, so you can refer to that. Let me close this. It also gives you count. So, suppose I want to know how many work orders are with assigned status, then I will go to this section green color. This will give you count, and if I want to know how many work orders are with the work in progress, then I will get the count by hovering my mouse monitor over that color. The next widget is Work Cost Detail widget that displays a comparison between the estimated cost and the actual cost and occurred for the work order. It visually highlights the difference of variance between what was planned and what was spent, helping teams to track widget accuracy, identifying cost overruns, and improve future cost estimation. In this widget, here you can see $30,600 is the plan cost, and that will cost you $29,100, and it also gives a percentage of actual to the plan. Also, you can change this view by this filter option available at the top right corner. You can switch to Today View, you can switch to Weekly View, and by default, it is set to Monthly View. Now, we will see the widgets available on the Equipment Master screen. Either you can click on this button or you can search from Menu. Let me search it from Menu Equipment Master. So, you will land in the dashboard view and see these are the available widgets here for Equipment Master. First widget on the Equipment Master screen is Advanced Search widget. This widget allows you to quickly filter out records on the Equipment Master screen. We have added these 3 predefined filters on the Equipment Master screen. You can instantly view the customer-owned assets, assets that are owned by customer in position assets, assets currently in company's position, owned assets, assets that are owned by your organization. So, when you click on any link, the records will be filtered out based on this condition. Let's go back on the screen. The next widget is Customer-Wise Asset. This widget displays a bar chart showing how many equipment assets are owned by each customer. On the x-axis, you will see the names of the customer, and on the y-axis, you will see the count of assets. So, when you hover your mouse pointer over any bar, it shows a tooltip with the exact number of assets that customer owns. So here in India, Swift Limited shows 3 assets. Also, you got the count at the bottom of each bar. This chart is very useful for identifying top customers by asset ownership, and we can quickly analyze customer-wise distribution of equipment. The next widget on the Equipment Master screen is Owned Customer Assets. It is a bar type of a bar chart. This bar chart shows a quick comparison between equipment owned by customer and the equipment owned by your company. The height of the bar indicates the number of assets in each category. When you hover your mouse over a bar, it shows the exact count of equipment in each category. So here it shows 9 equipment are owned by customers, and 6 equipment are owned by our organization. This comparison helps us help user understand asset ownership distribution at a glance. This Asset Guarantee Status widget. This widget displays equipment counts based on their guarantee status divided into 3 categories. The number of assets expiring in next 30 days, the number of assets whose guarantee has already expired, and the number of assets that are still under guarantee. Just over to each section to see the exact count. Also, you can get the count at the starting point of each bar. This widget helps you to track and take timely actions on guarantee to avoid risk for loss. The last widget on the Equipment Master screen is Equipment Category-Wise Asset. It is a type of a bar chart that shows how many equipment are available in each equipment category. On the x-axis, you will see the equipment category, and on the y-axis, you will see the equipment count. So, each bar represents a specific equipment category, and the height of the bar reflects how many equipment fall under that category. So, when you hover your mouse pointer to any bar, it will show the equipment count under the particular equipment category. So here we have 4 equipment under mechanical equipment. We have 1 equipment under wine presser, and so on. So now let's move to the home screen. Click on this home button. So, In this video, we have covered all the widgets available for field.ai in the Onfinity system. We have covered all the home widgets, then we moved to service request widgets, then we covered field service request widget, and then we covered maintenance work order widgets, and at the end, we have covered equipment master widgets. That concludes this session. Thank you for attending.